Hi guys, it's me, Brittany, coming with your Week at a Glance. Yes, Week at a Glance. Sorry, I'm kind of a little hoarse. I'm not feeling very well today. I think it's my allergies. Who knows, to be honest with you. So just stick with me. If you can hear the noise in the background, that is deep sleep music, ocean waves, fall asleep fast, relaxing music, sleeping music on YouTube. It's got a star and a 138 by it, so it's pretty sounds. So I hope all of you are having a great day. I am having an okay day. Can't really complain. I got stuck in Kalamazoo. The car wouldn't start. My cousin came to my rescue. Took mom out for lunch. Just the two of us, be out and about. And then the car wouldn't start when we got back in it. I don't know what's going on. It's probably the battery cables. So hopefully, battery's good. Had that checked. But other than that, my day is going well, and I hope everybody else's is too. Let me see. I don't think there's any updates or anything like that. I will probably be posting some new ideas that I want to try later on this week. So just stay tuned if you want to play guinea pig, or if you and your friends want to have a party, let me know. That would be fantastic. I would love to do one of those again. I would love to try what is called a cold read. I also want to try a few other things, so I will post those different ideas to see who likes what best, and if we can get people together for a party, like a group of people together, so we can actually do those things. I had pre-shuffled the cards, but I walked away from them, so I have to reshuffle them, re-put them back together, or re-put the energy through them for our week this week. Ooh, my goodness. Shit. Sorry, pardon my language. I'm very tired today too. I hope you all can hear me very well, or okay. So when I was deciding to sit down to do these videos, because I know sometimes I don't usually do them until later. Holy shit. Okay, 2 major arcana cards right back to back. 3 if you count the first one as the queen. Most people count the queens and kings and knights as a major arcana. Some don't. Depends on what you think. Again, I'm using the Animal Wise Tarot. But when I was sitting down to do these, for some reason they told me to shuffle all 4 of my decks. So that's what I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that all we're doing with these? No? One more? Okay. Thanks so much. Ooh. Shit. Well, it looks like it's going to be a powerful week for us, guys. Looks to be good, so. Oh, there's the last one. Do we want one more? I think we want one more, right? One more. Maybe. I'm having a rough day. Oh, I guess we're getting 2 more. Holy crap. Okay. So, I'm going to try to do the individual, what are they called? Individual zodiac signs readings for each month. I'm going to start with August. I'm going to try to a different route this time. I'm going to try to record them all and then upload all of them. I think that was my problem last time, because I tried to do them one at a time and upload them after each time. Didn't quite work out. So let me get my seeing spectacles here so I can see our cards. Alright, let's get down to business. Oh crap. Let's shut off the music. Sorry. I'm not very tech savvy, if you can't tell. Okay. we're starting out. Okay, so I usually pull 7 cards, one for each day, right? But 2, 4, 6. So we have 9 cards this time. Yeah, 9 of them. So let's begin, shall we? The first one we have right out of the gate is the Queen of Swords. It is the Scarlet Macaw in the Animal Wise deck. With the Queen of Swords. Please forgive me. My sleepy time music is actually making me sleepy, which is odd. What? Anyway, so with the Queen of Swords, we have to, more like we are experiencing a vision change and a change in our spiritual perception. It's a growth. The spiritual perception is a growth. It's not anything bad. I'm not going to say something shaking your faith or anything like that. It's a growth type of deal, okay? So maybe you're opening your eyes. Maybe you're starting to see shades of gray instead of just a black and white thing. With the vision change aspect of this, maybe you have been having a major goal that you have been trying to achieve for a while now. And then all of a sudden you wake up one day and you're like, what if I actually wanted to fine-tune this a little bit and walk this path a little bit differently, and it leads to somewhere even more grand? Okay, it opens up that door and you're now faced with a vision of a grander, better life. So if you were thinking about starting your own business, maybe you want to fine-tune something a little bit and you can make it a bigger enterprise or something along those lines. Maybe you're thinking about buying a house, but if you tweak just a little bit one thing, you might be able to buy a piece of property. So you just have to keep that in mind. It's not bad, and it won't be bad because we have the Star card right after it, which tells of happiness, inspiration, and hope. So with this tweak in the vision, with this opening up of a bigger vision, of bigger goals, of bigger dreams, of us and being enlightened by a different enlightenment of a spiritual perception, we will get spiritual inspiration. So this tells me this is more with the spiritual perception. You are opening up, you're starting to see those shades of gray, and you're realizing that miracles aren't very black and white. They are very, for a lack of a better phrase, there are many shades of gray when it comes to miracles and inspiration and spirituality and hope, things like that. And you may open up and see that maybe not everybody's wrong as you have been told to believe. With the Star card also, it also shows of happiness, health, just, I don't want to say abundance, I don't want to say fertility, but somewhere in the middle of that, okay? Think of just complete peace, being at complete peace with yourself and your surroundings and your soul and your home and your job. So that's what all of those 2 cards alone are encompassing, okay? Right behind it we have the Empress card. Now with the Empress, she does tell of that fertility. She tells of the promise to come. So if you are opening up spiritually, and you're seeing those different shades, and you are opening up your vision of your dream and your goal to a bigger thing, this Empress is coming in promising. She's saying, pretty much saying, hey, if you want it, if you're willing to work for it, you can get it. You can achieve anything. So if you're willing to work for it, you can get it. She's also telling us of creativity, so you may have to get a little creative, and this goes back to those shades of gray. Maybe there is another path opening up that you didn't really see before until you were open to it. Maybe you didn't realize that there was a second road. Maybe you didn't realize that there was an other option for bigger and grander things because you had such tunnel vision. That's what I'm saying, is tunnel vision. So once you expand that out of that one single-minded focus, once you expand that and open up, then you'll be able to see grander things unfold in front of you. The next one we have is the Seven of Swords. With the animal-wise, it is a magpie. With the magpie, I think I've said this before, but the rhyme just keeps coming into my head, right? I've read it in a Nora Roberts book. I think I read them in every single Nora Roberts book that I've ever read. One magpie is for sorrow, 2 is for happiness, and 3 is for marriage, right? So it just kind of goes along with that. So that's what I think of every time I see this card. So just keep that in mind as well. But with the Seven of Swords, it's telling us to use properly use secret knowledge. I keep seeing blackmailing somebody, but that's not legal or advised, but that's kind of where we're at, okay? Use that secret knowledge properly. I keep seeing that you find out something about someone. I don't want to be very specific, but for the scenario, you find out someone is cheating on their spouse. Okay. You have to use that knowledge properly, otherwise you could hurt a lot of people. But if you say something, you could hurt people. If you don't say something, you could hurt people. So you have to use this knowledge, this secret knowledge, very, very carefully. This applies to every aspect of our life, right? So this goes back to the spiritual perception and inspiration. So if you find something out and you're so excited to share it, right? Because when you're feeling that hope and that ecstaticness, all you want to do is you want to share that feeling. But in this day and age, everybody is offended by everything. So we really need to be careful. Otherwise, you could be persecuted for those beliefs. And I hate that we live in this world. And I know hate is a very strong word, but I very, very hate. I hate it. And I wish I could change it. That we live in a world where we can't all get along. We can't all just accept one another for the differences that we have. I keep seeing the Salem witch trials. For some reason, it's a minority group that was persecuted. And even people who weren't even associated with those people were persecuted because they were different. And I feel like that's what we're going through in this world at this moment in the world, but with everything on a grander scale. Everybody is offended by everything. We're living in a world where people tell us to be unique and to be ourselves, but once you are unique in yourself, you're persecuted for it. So with this secret knowledge that you have, this knowledge that you've gained, this enlightenment that you've obtained, I just want you to be cautious with it. If that is what this one is about. It also could be that your vision has opened up, your goals and dreams have opened up into a wider scape. Be careful who you tell with that, because somebody might try to steal it from you. So just be weary with the Seven of Swords this time, okay? Yeah, that's what all I have to say about that one. So and if you do need clarification on that, just shoot me a message. I know it's kind of a really touchy subject, but if we all practice spreading love and light and goodness and happiness and joy, then the world will eventually be that kind of place that we want to live in. Unfortunately, it's going to take a very long time for all of us to get there because there's only a few of us spreading those kinds of things, and there's more people spreading hate and negativity and sorrow and oppression and racism and all those other mean and nasty things. So the harder we work to spread love and light and joy and happiness, then the better luck our children, the next generation that we bring into the world, not the next generation coming up behind us, but the next generation will hopefully, fingers crossed, live in a more tolerant world. That got really heavy really fast. I apologize. The next card we have is the Three of Pentacles. With the Three of Pentacles, it tells us of creativity and skill. We're going back to the creativity part here. So we're getting creative with things in our lives. The Three of Pentacles also tells me of balance. You're not doing a balancing act anymore. I see abundance. Not quite abundance, but almost you're secure. That's the word that keeps coming to mind with this one, is financially secure. So you may not have enough to go out and blow on whatever, but your bills are paid and you have food. You have a little bit of extra left over. So if you do want to go out and get a pizza, then you can. This is what I'm seeing right now. So your creativity and your skill with this, the otter card. Sorry. Words. See, it's a little cute little otter. Oh goodness. The otters are very, very creative creatures. I believe these are the creatures that will carry a rock with them their whole life. It's their favorite oyster cracking rock. I'm pretty sure that's the same creatures. And they hold hands while they sleep, so they don't, when they're mates or their family, they hold little fins or little hands while they're sleeping so they don't float away from each other. It's so cute. That's kind of what I'm seeing with this one. I'm seeing the holding hands. I'm seeing the favorite rock. See, it doesn't have to be expensive to be meaningful. It doesn't have to be some grand thing in order to mean the world to you. Get creative with your items. I'm still seeing just this rock. So obviously there's something of importance and absolute treasure of yours, but it may not have any real monetary value, but it has value because you value it. You keep it. It means something major to you. So don't be afraid to pass those things on to the next generation. Don't be afraid to share those beliefs and those ideas with your family, your friends, those people coming up behind you. Excuse me again. The next card we have is the Magician card. With the Magician card, it tells of blessings and magics and invisibility. This one takes me right back to the Seven of Swords, with the proper use of the secret knowledge, right? Maybe you just want to feel invisible after you find out what it is. Or maybe you feel invisible now and this secret knowledge could make you feel powerful, but you have to still use it wisely. With the Magician, I'm getting a lot of messages, guys. I'm sorry. I feel as though with this card in particular, with the Fox card, a fox is a very territorial creature when it comes to their den, so maybe that's what you need to be. Maybe you need to pull your resources in, right? Be a little bit more selective of who you allow in your space. Be more selective of who you are around, who you choose to give your time and your energy to. In the traditional tarot deck, the magician has all of his tools set out on his table. So that this card, the magician card in general, tells me that you have all of the tools that you need to obtain this vision or goal that you have in your head. You have all of the necessary resources to collect that spiritual inspiration and transformation and perception. So you are not in this journey alone. You absolutely are guarded. You are protected. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards in one draw here. So just keep that in mind. You are protected and you are backed by this. The universe is backing you. I keep seeing with that not original tarot, but the regular, he's holding a candle that's burning at both ends, and I'm seeing that. So maybe you're burning both ends of the candle, you're burning the midnight oil, you're trying to do everything in your power to reach this goal that you've been hoping for forever now. I see that you're obtaining it soon, probably within the next 3 months. I want to say 3 to 5 months. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. It's a lot of numbers. Yep. The next card we have is the 5 of Pentacles. Pentacles. Which is a mouse. The mouse tells us to examine life's lessons. History has a tendency of repeating itself, right? In general, in the world, but within ourselves. So we need to focus on the bad habits that we've had in the past and the good habits we've had in the past. We have to focus on the wave of our lives, the ups and the downs, and we have to really kind of focus on that, and we have to pick it apart, if you will, so that we know what's coming next, what our next loop-to-loop is, if you will. Everybody has different cycles within their lives. Take me for example. I've been struggling with depression and anxiety my whole life. I'm going like this, right? So I have to examine those different lessons. I have to examine when I'm feeling like this is going to happen. If I feel like that, that's going to happen. So I've been working on finding that, okay? So figure out what your wave is, your cycles, your circles, your lessons are in your life. And then examine them, because some things are meant to be repeated and other things are not meant to be repeated, and we really need to figure out which ones are which. The next card we have is the 5 of Swords. With the 5 of Swords, it's telling us that we need to heed the call of the quest. What does that mean? That means we need to get ready for change. Whether it's external or internal, that's completely up to you and in your circumstances and your situations. But there is definitely a change that needs to happen in order for us to obtain these goals, to obtain the vision that we have, to obtain this spiritual inspiration and perception and growth. If you really want to start your own business and enterprise it, then you're going to have to make some changes. You're going to have to heed that call. You're going to have to work hard for it. If you want that big house on that hill, then you're going to have to tweak things. You're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to go on that quest. You're going to have to start that journey and work for it. So whatever it is, we have to work for it. There's nothing in this world that's ever going to be handed to us, so we need to do our best to work for it. Okay, we have to heed that call and quest. We have to start the journey. We have to accept that this is what we want, and we have to start the journey. The last card we have is the Hermit card. The Hermit card tells us of wisdom, vision, and guidance. So we have to make wise decisions. We have to use the wisdom that we have. We have to use the wisdom that we have gained from other people, and we have to collect more wisdom as well. With the vision, we've already discussed how the vision part of this, right? We have the vision, but we just have to work for it. And the guidance part of this, you are always going to be protected. This is the path that you were meant to be on. If it was not the path that it's not the path you're meant to be on, you will see signs. You will have, it'll be plainly put right in front of you. You just have to look for those signs. You have to realize that things happen in this world for a reason. And this hermit right here, that's the owl, the wise old owl, right? He's guiding you. You may be kind of reclused if you're feeling that. You may feel kind of cut off from the world, but you are completely guided. You are completely protected in these ventures that you're about to go on or you're embarking in at the moment. Keep that in mind, okay? So whatever it is that you're going through, whether it is a spiritual enlightenment or a vision enhancement, if your tunnel vision is leaving, just know that you are protected and you are guided through this. If you want the protection and you want the guidance, it's there for you. All you have to do is ask for it. Okay? Let me see one more. The last one is the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, and the bottom one is the King of Swords. So, you are extremely protected this week. Right? You have the King and the Queen of Swords, so that tells me of it's a very karmic thing, very important, very already set in stone type of deal. With the King of Swords, it's all about assertive authority and counsel. He's a very pushy kind of person, but I don't want to say pushy. He's very firm. He's very assertive. He's not shy like the Hermit is. He knows what he wants, he knows how he wants it done, and he goes for it. With the Queen of Pentacles, she tells us again of creativity and hidden knowledge. So, there you have it, guys. I love all of you. And if you have any questions, just shoot me a message. Leave a comment. That is all. I love all of you, and I hope you have a great week. I think that's it. If you need me, you know how to get a hold of me. Either on YouTube, Facebook, shoot me a comment, message, whatever you want to do. Until next time, I love you all, and I hope you have a great week.